Hi, welcome to Black Holes and Books, where we read and we do book stuff and whatever other little projects I feel like doing, but mostly read. Today we're going to go through the books that I picked out for my April TBR. I have 6 books that I want to read. Let's just get on into it and start talking about them. Our first one should come at no surprise. It is Lightbringer by Pierce Brown. This is the last book in the series that's out so far. I'm looking forward to being caught up in the series. I want to know what happens. I also am absolutely terrified because everything that can go wrong goes wrong. The characters end up in horrendous situations, like, especially after Dark Age. I'm just so scared of, like, what more is going to go wrong in this series. But I have to know. I've had a bit of a break since I read Dark Age, and I think it's time. I need to go ahead and just start Lightbringer. Our second book is actually a nonfiction book. It is Happy City by Charles Montgomery. I got this from the library. It looks interesting. It's about urban design, which I don't know. I've just been interested in that topic, and I think it could be really interesting. I'm curious. So we got a book. I'm going to read it and find out what this is about. I think it'll be interesting. I really do think this will be interesting. I know a lot of people don't like nonfiction, but I do find that I kind of like it. So we're going to go ahead and give this a chance. All right, our next book also shouldn't be a surprise. I've been working my way through this series. It's the Murderbot Diaries. I'm on book 4 now. And I think, again, this should be a pretty quick read, but I'm hoping to get it done. And also just, I don't know. I like this series. It feels almost like just a nice comfort read, especially between like some of the heavier books I've been reading, like the Red Rising series. I am looking forward to this one. Our next book is completely new. It's a new series. We'll see how I like this first book. It is How Rory Thorne Destroyed the Multiverse, sorry. I was wandering through the library. I found this book. It looked intriguing. I've never heard anyone talk about it before. But again, I'm intrigued. It seems worth a shot. I'm going to read the inside flap so you guys can know about as much as I do about this book. It says, Rory Thorne is a princess with 13 fairy blessings, the most important of which is to see through flattery and platitudes. As the eldest child, she always imagined she'd inherit her father's throne and govern the interplanetary Thorne Consortium. I struggle to read out loud. Oh my gosh. Then her father is assassinated, her mother gives birth to a son, and Rory is betrothed to the prince of a distant world. When Rory arrives in her new home, she uncovers a treacherous plot to unseat her newly betrothed and usurp his throne. An unscrupulous minister has conspired to name himself regent to the minor, and somewhat foolish, prince. With only her wits and a small team of allies, Rory must outmaneuver the regent and rescue the prince. How Rory Thorne Destroyed the Multiverse is a feminist reimagining of this is why I don't read out loud. Reimagining of familiar fairy tale tropes and a story of resistance and self-determination. How small acts of rebellion can lead a princess to not just save herself, but change the course of history. You now know as much as I do about this book. And I don't know, I hope you're intrigued too, because this seems interesting. I will let you know if it lives up to the hype that it kind of has in my head now, based off entirely the inside flap. I feel like I'm reading a lot of series in this, because 3 out of the 4 books so far have been a series, and this one is also part of a series. I am almost done with The Will of the Many. I have less than 100 pages left. So I went ahead and got The Strength of the Few from the library as well. Also, this video is almost wholeheartedly supported by the library. I'm enjoying The Will of the Many. I think it's really fun. I think I can see why people who like Red Rising also kind of like the Hierarchy trilogy, because they do have a lot of similarities. I will say that. I'm having a good time with it, so we're going to keep going. It's a chunky book. There's a few chunky books in here, but that's fine. We got this. Our last book for my April TBR is Black Beauty. I was obsessed with horses as a kid, and so obviously I read Black Beauty, because you have to. That book did make me cry. I was in elementary school, but I figured I want to give a reread of this, because right now I'm making an edition of Persuasion, and after I'm done with that, I kind of want to do Black Beauty, partially because this book, like this physical book, I kind of hate, and I kind of want a copy that feels like a proper book. Because this feels like the size of what should be like a coloring book or a math workbook or something like that. Like this doesn't feel like a novel. This is just off. Also, this is a horse book. So why do we have old notebooks and a violin? Like there's literally a violin on the back. This is a book about horses. I don't get it. I've never understood it. Anyway, we're going to reread it so that I can make my own edition and make it nice and pretty and all of that jazz so that I can replace this because I don't like this. This irritates me, and it's irritated me for a long time. Anyway, those are all of the books I have. I hope you enjoyed. Please subscribe if you want to hear my thoughts about these books when I finish reading them, or you just want more content like this. And I will see you in the next one.